Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'll be reviewing another album. I know it's been a while, but I'm back for good. I'm going to try and do a review every day. Doesn't matter what it is, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. If things get in the way, then yeah. But anyhow, let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about the only Police album that I've not reviewed yet. So yeah, I've reviewed all the albums: Atlantis d'Amour, Regatta de Blanc, Zenyatta Mondata, and Ghost in the Machine. Yeah, if you've seen them, then great. This is the final part of the Police album review series. So yeah, and then I can move on to another band hopefully, or another artist, whatever. But yeah, their final album was released on the 17th of June 1983, and it is their album Synchronicity. So yeah, Synchronicity. Well, there's actually two tracks called Synchronicity, but we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, I love this album cover. This could be my favourite Police album, but I think I prefer Ghost in the Machine a bit more. But yeah, I think this might be the best album, but close to being my favourite. But yeah, I love the colours here. Apparently there were like different variations. Like I know. I'm a bit speechless because yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I know there's a gold, silver, bronze version of this album. But I do love the colours here. You've got blue, yellow, and red, the primary colours. The Police band name is in blue and Synchronicity is in red, which is quite nice. You've got pictures of Stuart at the top. He's playing the harp there, which is pretty cool. And then you've got Sting here. And then you've got Andy at the bottom, playing some sort of piano or something. Yeah, the band look really cool though. And yeah, this was pretty much their breakthrough album. Hit #1 in the UK. All of them did except for the debut, I believe. But yeah. So yeah, really cool front cover. There's different variations apparently. So yeah, I definitely won't bother buying them all because basically be buying the same album. But there are differences, like depending which version of this album you buy. I know recent issues have the track list in a different order, and there's one track that wasn't on the vinyl version but is on the CD version. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Front's really cool. Spine. Yeah, it is what it is, and the back. So yeah, some variations of this album cover. The front's the back and the back's the front. I've seen that. So yeah, very cool. Stuart's riding some sort of animal there. I don't know what it is. There is a ram or something. I don't know. But yeah, very cool. They look very smart there. Yeah, so the top's in yellow, the middle's in red, and then the bottom's in blue. You got Sting, more pictures of Sting there. It looks bloody awesome. And then you got Andy with some sort of woman. Don't know who she is, but yeah, there's a metronome, I think that is, with an eye. I know, it's all strange. You got a picture of him in the bath as well. I know, but yeah, we've got 11 tracks. So yeah, 10 on the vinyl version, but because this is the CD version, yeah, it's another enhanced CD, which yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah. Yeah, so let's go through every single track. So yeah, the first track, the opener, is Synchronicity 1. Absolutely fantastic. That sequencer at the start is really cool. I love it. And then yeah, it's just this really cool, fast-paced post-punk song. I love it. I love the chorus. I love Stuart's drumming as usual. Sting's bass line is really fast. I love it. And the guitar parts are really cool. Definitely filling in the space, And yeah, I absolutely love this song. Definitely one of my favourite tracks in the album. Great way to start off in that album, and great way to start off their, great way to open their final album. Well, this actually wasn't meant to be their last album. They were planning on making another, but they just didn't bother. And plus, they hate each other anyway, so mostly Sting and Stuart. But yeah, the next track is Walking in Your Footsteps. I actually really like this track. Another track with a sequencer, which yeah, very percussive sounding. You've got like a flute as well. Some really cool guitar parts from Andy Summers, and you get like this rim shot thing from Stuart. So he's not doing much, but yeah, I really like this track. It's very like, yeah, it's like very, I don't know, it's very like tribal sounding. And you got the lyric, "Hey Mr. Dinosaur," which yeah, I don't mind songs about dinosaurs, I'm actually someone who actually likes the word dinosaur. But yeah, well, in the song at least. But yeah, the next track is Oh My God. This could be my favourite track on the album actually. Definitely sounds like something from Ghost in the Machine, which I think that was what they were trying to do, trying to get some of their old sounds back, kind of going back and forth between, their 4 previous albums, the sounds and all that. Oh my god, it's great. The saxophone part's really cool. I love that synth as well. Definitely takes me back to Ghost in the Machine, you know. Pretty much any track from that album. I love this track a lot. Oh my god, it's just like brilliant. Underrated, I think. But yeah, and the outro is great, you know, you just get the saxophone at the end. But the next track is Mother. A lot of people hate this track. I actually don't mind this track. I think it's funny. It's supposed to be like, I think Andy was trying to like reference a film or something. But yeah, he's not really singing, he's more like shouting. Oh, the telephone is ringing, is that my mother on the phone? Yeah, that sort of thing. The instrumentation's really like unusual as well. I think there's a double bass. The drums are very like well, the whole melody's like that. I think you get a saxophone in there as well and some marimba as well, played by Stuart, of course. But yeah, I think Mother's quite an interesting track, and I actually, like, the first time I ever listened to the track, I was just laughing because how like stupid it was. But yeah, I love it. I think it's quite an interesting track, something different, you know. But yeah, I don't mind Mother, and it's probably not my least favourite track on the album. Like, none of them are. Even like, this is what I mean by a lot of albums. Even if I had to pick one track as my least favourite, it wouldn't even be a bad track. It would be a really strong track, in my opinion. Some albums, yeah, it's easy to pick a least favourite track if it's like filler or not a good song, but this album doesn't have a bad song. In it, I even love Mother. They did a track called Friends, which is kind of similar, but yeah. That track's really cool too. I think that's recorded with Ghost in the Machine. Yeah, it was. That's quite different though. That's like more like, yeah, more police sounding, you know, spoken word, sort of like Sally Be My Girl, mix of that song and, you know, just like any other track. Well, just, yeah, just police being the police. Next track is Miss Gradenko. Love this song. Stuart Copeland wrote this song. I love it. The only problem with this song is that it's just too short. It's 2 minutes long. And people would probably say, oh, if you got rid of Mother, you can make this track a lot. No, the band could have made this track a lot, like, much longer. But yeah, I love this track. It's really cool. It definitely reminds me of Bring On The Night, which is my favourite track from Regatta to Blanc. If you don't know that, if you don't know that already, the guitar part's really cool. Love the drumming. The bass line is just superb. I love this track a lot. Nobody But Us. I love that part. Just great harmonies there from like Sting. I just love this track a lot. Side 1 is really strong at the minute, and like we've only 2 of the tracks were singles. But I think Synchronicity 1 was the single in, I believe, only in Japan. But the next track we're going to talk about is Synchronicity 2. Now this is a fantastic track, a great mix of new wave, post punk, and progressive pop. Yeah, it's quite rocky. You know, that guitar part's really cool from Andy Summers. I love it. I love this track a lot. You know, the synths are really cool. The guitar parts are amazing. The bass is just awesome, and the drawing from Stuart, like, just top notch. Just top notch police material here. The video, yeah, apparently there was a fire or something. I don't know about that. I don't really watch music videos unless I'm watching the music channel, which I've been doing a lot lately. Yeah, me and my friends just like chill in the front room, have a few beers, and just, yeah, might as well put the music channel on. Yeah, I love music, and yeah, I love teaching my friends a lot about music, you know, too. Pretty much a person of music trivia. That's what I am. But yeah, moving on to side 2 now. But this is a CD. This is a CD version, so you can fit 70 minutes onto a whole single disc. Whilst on vinyl, you can't really do that. So the next track is a track you've probably never heard of before. Every Breath You Take. Yeah, I think this song's brilliant. I was joking about that, of course. This is their biggest hit. Reached #1, I believe, in many countries. Every Breath You Take. I think this is a great song. But since listening to the other tracks, I don't think it's my favourite track on the album, but it's still a hauntingly beautiful song. It's a song about a psychopathic stalker. People actually play this at weddings as well. I know. Yeah, this song just, yeah. The guitar lick from Andy Summers definitely reminds me of Secret Journey. I know, like, there was a bit of controversy, like, behind the scenes, you know, Sting removing Stuart's hi-hat part. I know, but yeah, none of my business, so yeah. I still think this is a fantastic track, and interestingly enough, the kick drum was actually an Oberheim DMX, which, yeah, I believe Stuart originally played the kick drum, like, just played normal bass drum on his drum kit, and then they overdubbed it with a programmed kick drum, obviously the Oberheim. I love this track. The bridge section is fantastic, just beautiful. Like, the synth pads are just gorgeous, and yeah, even though it's a song about a stalker, it's beautiful at the same time. Definitely reminds me of Darkness as well, which is my favourite Police song. But yeah, I definitely prefer that song. That'll always been my favourite Police song. Just great way to end off an album. You know, it's dark but mellow. But yeah, yeah, I'll definitely talk about that song in full another day. But yeah, next track is King of Pain. Great track. I love the marimba and the fretless bass at the start. Just fantastic. Sting played a lot of fretless. I just love this song a lot. And then like when the song ends and then comes back in, just brilliant. Just a fantastic single. Great guitar solo from Andy Summers as usual. And yeah, I think this whole album was a great send off for the band. You know, time for them all to move on. You know, Stuart would be doing his own stuff, soundtracks and whatnot. Sting would work on his solo career and would appear in The Simpsons as well, the episode Radio Bart. And Andy Summers would do work with Robert Fripp from King Crimson. So yeah, next track is Wrapped Around Your Finger. This could be my favourite track on the album. That drum beat, just brilliant, clever. Stuart Copeland just doing the best he can. I love the synth in it as well. The synth melody gives me quite like a nighttime feel, like a glow in the dark sort of thing. Just a really nice atmospheric song. I love this song a lot, and the chorus is fantastic. I just love everything about this song, and yeah, I just love nearly every track in this album. But Wrapped Around Your Fingers, just a whole different level. Just a perfect new wave track. You know, the video, you know, I'm surprised none of them burnt themselves, you know, with all the candles and stuff. Just a great song in my opinion. Next track is Tea in the Sahara. If you've got this album on vinyl, then this closes off the album, but it doesn't for me. But yeah, Tea in the Sahara, very atmospheric track. I think this is really, really good track. Love the guitar work. I love the oboe that the Sting plays. Yeah, Sting plays quite a few instruments, and yeah, I think it's a nice way to end off the album. The guitar synth sounds really cool, and yeah, this track could have been on Ghost in the Machine, but you know, I believe the live version was the B-side to one of the other tracks. I can't remember. I think it's Wrapped Around Your Finger. Could be wrong, but it kind of does make sense since that track comes before this one. But it's the live version, so different. And the final track to end off the album is Murder by Numbers, which I think is a better album closer in my opinion. I love this track. The double bass part's really cool. I believe it's a double bass, and you get a mix of double bass and bass guitar, which yeah, Every Breath You Take has like 3 bass lines, I think, or 3 basses playing at once. I think, I could be wrong, but yeah, multi-tracking instruments was normal back in the 80s. You know, like layering instruments on top of each other. Well, not literally, but yeah, Peter Gabriel did it. You know, if you're into production, you'll definitely get what I mean. But yeah, great drum beat in this song. I love the guitar part as well. I think Andy composed the music, but Sting wrote the lyrics. And the clapping at the end, you know, of course, like, yeah, oh, last song, we can all bugger off and do our own thing now. Yeah, but that's what the band were like. And then, since this is an enhanced CD, you get the music video for Every Breath You Take, which was the most popular song on the album. But yeah, let's open this up. The disc, yeah, it's not the brightest, but still. And then you get the front cover. Yep, there's the disc. Please, Synchronicity. I wouldn't be surprised there was like a silver version of this album, like pure silver, or pure gold, or pure bronze. You know, I don't know. The picture of the band at the back is really cool, and with their shades, you know, looking awesome. Yeah, Sting's got a bit of a beard there. Pretty cool. I wonder who the photographer is. Not sure. Yeah, this album came out in 1983, the 17th of June, I believe. Synchronicity 1. Walking Your Footsteps. All the lyrics to these songs. Oh my god. Which the other albums didn't have the lyrics in the booklets. Mother. Oh, the telephone is ringing. Is that my mother? Okay, I'll stop. Miss Gradenko. Nobody Betters. Synchronicity 2. Some really like strong lyrics on this album. Yeah, quite humorous, but very, very like strong at the same time. Just the Police being the Police. Even though they did change their sound quite a bit, but you know, all bands sort of got to move on. What's that name? I can't read that name. Nichols. I know the last name Nichols, but yeah, another great photo of the band. All just looking cool, to be fair. Every Breath You Take, of course, a big hit. King of Pain, great track. Wrapped Around Your Finger, great song. I also forgot to mention that the harmonics in the song were played on the bass, and I always thought the guitar would play the guitar was about I always thought Andy was playing the harmonics on the guitar, but they were actually played by Sting on his fretless bass, which that's really cool. Tea in the Sahara and Murder by Numbers. It says, well, there's a bit of an error here actually. Words and music by Andy Summers, and then here it says words by Sting and music by Andy Summers. So yeah, Andy Summers only did the music for the track, and the lyrics were written by Sting. Produced by Hugh Padgham and the Police, recorded at Air Studios Montserrat at Le Studio Quebec, engineered by Hugh Padgham, and yeah, a few other names there. Fantastic album. I love this album, Synchronicity. Definitely a step up from the other albums. I love all the Police albums. Like I keep saying, there's no wrong answer. Pick any album you want. And yeah, they only did 5 albums, which, yeah, the less albums you do, the better your band is, I guess. So yeah, because most bands kind of fall downhill. But yeah, I don't think that, but other people think that. But yeah, bands like Level 42, I love their latest stuff, but definitely stick to their early stuff more. But yeah, I still love their latest stuff. But yeah, absolutely love Synchronicity. If you love this album, if you're not massive on this album but love a few tracks, then that's fair enough. I know you're strange. A lot of people who love this album say Every Breath You Take, yeah, that track's overplayed, don't need to hear it again. But I'm a lot softer with that track. But yeah, I agree there's better songs on the album. But people who aren't massive on this album will say it's a good album but not a great album. They're just yeah, they literally just pick Every Breath You Take as their favourite track and be like, that track's a masterpiece, the other tracks are just hit or miss. But yeah, thank you for watching everyone. This has been my review of this fantastic album. Yeah, let me know what you think of this album. So yeah, thanks once again. Also, yeah, it's great to be back. Just been busy, that's all. Been spending time with friends and yeah, and family, and yeah, so yeah, back to reviewing albums again. Also, if you want to check out my music channel, then yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the description. And yeah, I should be releasing some new music soon, maybe in July, maybe August, maybe a bit after, but we'll see. Well, I'll definitely release music at some point. But yeah, if you love pop, prog, new wave, funk, then yeah, definitely check out my channel. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care, everyone, and I shall see you all next time. See you all in the next video, and yeah, bye now.